What is going on today? Journey, people of YouTube's. Yeah, this is a truck driver's journey. I'm gonna say right off the bat, if you see this video, please give it a like and share it out and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. No, turn on the notifications so you get updated when I do videos. I'm gonna start doing a lot more of those. So yeah, finally got my setup here. Actually, it's working out a lot better than what I thought it would. I got little issues to work out with the camera and not the camera, but the light situation. But all in all, it's actually working out pretty well. I enjoy it, and I think you guys will enjoy it too. I think you guys will enjoy the content. And see, I got different settings that I can set this to, and I can also adjust the brightness. That's a lot better. One moment. So yeah, just got off my home time last night. Didn't leave home till I think like 9 o'clock. Drove up here to Arkansas, Jonesboro, Arkansas. Sitting about a minute away from my drop. It's not that far away. It doesn't drop till 5 o'clock tonight, so there's that. But what I was wanting to talk about is like, it's the mental aspect of this job. Everybody that doesn't do trucking and is not out here over the road all the time, they really don't understand what it's like mentally. It's not hard work per se. I mean, there's hard moments, like there's hard tasks to do during being out here and, hooking up to a trailer, whatever. But it's not a difficult job. Once you get going and stuff, you're driving. Now, the mental aspect of this job is a lot more tiring than the physical aspect. And when I say the mental aspect, I mean, being away from everyone all week long, and then knowing when you get home, you have you have A, B, and C to do before you leave, because you have to get your laundry done. You have to go and buy, groceries for the truck for the week. You had to get all this done in a little window of time. So that's in the back of your mind. Plus, you want to spend time with your family. I want to spend time with my son. I wasn't able to do that this weekend. He was sick. He's fine. He's fine. He's just not feeling well and didn't need to be getting out and stuff. And I could have probably dealt with the situation a little better. I was kind of a little bit petty with it. But looking back now, it was probably a good thing he didn't get out. It was real cold, and it would have just been harder on him. So that's what I did. I just let him, stay home with his mother. And yeah. So but yeah, the mental aspect, if you're not careful, it'll get you in a place where it feels like no one cares about you. And I've talked about this on my channel before. I think I have a couple of videos on it actually. But the reason I hadn't been doing videos is because I was feeling depressed and kind of down on myself. Oh, excuse me. But not necessarily because of trucking or this job. I just got down. I had just gotten so low in my head that I just didn't know how to deal with that. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Yes, I'm still smoking cigarettes. I know it sucks. But, you know, other people, kids, disclaimer, don't do this. This is dumb. If anybody under the age of 18, or no, under the age of 21 is watching this, don't smoke. It's bad for you. Don't do what I do. But anyways, back to the point. I'd gotten sick, and I didn't feel good already. And then the fact that I didn't feel like going outside, I didn't feel like doing anything. I was basically laying in bed for 2 weeks, and it sucked. And it kind of got in my head and made it feel like, man, I've been here for 2 weeks, and and my dad and stuff had checked on me and stuff like that, and other people too. But it's like, I don't know, I just kind of like psyched myself out mentally, kind of telling myself, I really am alone, because I have no friends to call me and make sure that I'm alright, and blah 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 blah. Which, like I told you in a way back video, I'm a loner. I've always been a loner, and that comes with its perks, and it comes with its disadvantages too. It's not always a good thing to be a loner. It is very, very, very mentally taxing at sometimes, because you don't have that support structure of friends to kind of hold you up when you are feeling like I was feeling. It's all on you to get out of that state of mind and get yourself back into the swing of things, so to speak. So yeah, that really took a big toll on me, and I just didn't know, for a while there, I didn't know how to get out of it. So for the next 2 weeks after I got better, a week and a half, I was still in that mindset. And when I was in that mindset, I didn't feel like making videos. I didn't care. Honestly, I mean, I still cared about the channel, and I was worried about not making videos. But at the same time, there was a part of my brain that was like, nah, you don't even need to do that anymore. And I didn't know how to kind of snap myself out of that. But, through a lot of, thinking and just being alone with myself, and kind of going over different scenarios and situations, I kind of started to see what I was being like, and how it was making me feel, and I didn't like it. So I forced myself. I wasn't better when I went back to work, but I forced myself to go back to work. It wasn't coronavirus. I didn't have a fever anymore, but I still felt like shit. But I forced myself to get up and go, because if I didn't, then it could have been another week before I even felt like going, before my mind felt like going. So like I said, when you get into trucking, I guess the whole point of this is, what I'm saying is, when you get into trucking, you have to have a strong mind. You have to have a strong mind, and you have to have a strong will. And sorry for the light on this part of my face, but I got the shade I got my shade cracked a little bit so I can ash my cigarette when I light it. But you have to have a strong mindset. It's a utility truck that's making that beeping. But you have to have a strong mindset when you get into this industry, because if you don't have a strong mindset, then you're probably going to find another job other than trucking. Because not only is it taxing knowing that you're away from home and you're alone 90% of your time, then you go back to, well, I don't have a life. I drive all the time. I drive all week. I get 2 days, if you're lucky, I get 2 days home. So then you got to deal with that and be like, well, is it worth it to do it for 30, 40 years and be able to retire? Or, am I the kind of person that has the personality that I need that human interaction, and I just am not cut out for trucking, and I need to go and find another career path. Because there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, I used to work at Dollar General as a cashier for a long time. But, it's just like, some people are not meant for this career. They're just not. And they get into this career thinking they're going to make, $100,000 their first year in, and they're disappointed when they're not. And, and here's another thing with trucking. And my dad doesn't understand how I think about it, but I think everybody should think about it this way. I do not owe a company loyalty. Period. I don't care if they're the